Disorderly Podcast, Night Sky Edition. We're here to talk about how the magical alignment of stars affects your personality, or I don't know. Look, I'm going to make fun of it a little bit because I'm clearly skeptical, but I'm going to try to keep it from bordering on like being an ass about it. Besides, I posted today about how great my faith is helping me through all this, so if other people take solace from other things, you do you. Yeah, we're here with everyone has been on before, actually. Laura and I did that episode where we talked about horrific child abuse, and Eric's been on a couple of times being half naked, and Elfie is currently half naked. Look at those babies. We gave her so much shit about that sweater that she wore last week that she had to up her game on this one.
Doing the cute thing.
She went from I'm trying to get into college to I'm trying to marry the high school quarterback.
And unfortunately, I was an offensive lineman, so I have no chance. How did you get a watch party to start? That's what I want to know.
Me?
Who?
Yeah. I haven't been able to do watch parties for like 4 days. It's been pissing me off.
I have no idea.
The great Zuck giveth and the great Zuck taketh.
I guess. All right. So, I'm just going to warn all of you ahead of time if you're watching this coming in right now. We're going to start talking about Zodiac stuff because that's what we plan to talk about. And this is going to, with these four, it is going to derail in a hurry. This one will not be safe for work. Fortunately, you're all fucking quarantined, so just keep the kids out of the room and you'll be fine. Eric, talk for a little bit.
Oh yeah, well, so look, here's the introduction that everybody should hear. All right, so generally everybody thinks that this Zodiac stuff is a whole giant load of steaming pile horse shit. Okay, the issue is that if you sit down, at least in my life, I sat down and I went through and I looked at the pattern and how it's actually, let's just say there's trends of, people with certain birthdays. When I try to interact with them, it always ends very poorly. And there's other people when they have certain birthdays that I interact with very well. So essentially, it sounds like a load of crap, but there's really something to it. And I also use Zodiacs as a think about it like a poor man's psychological evaluation. So I always try to make sure that before I go on a date, that I make sure that I get their full chart so I can measure how insane they actually are.
So
Maybe I should have done that.
Have you done that for me? Am I insane?
I haven't done your full chart. We can actually, let's start there. Oh my God, that's
let's start there.
All right,
yes, we'll run both of you.
Start with you.
Yeah, we'll run both of y'all's charts.
No, age before beauty, bitch, and you're 25
know I'm
days
crazy.
older.
25 days. All right. So here. I think I can share screen. Let me see if this works. There you are. We're going to share this screen. So I think this should be popping up. There we go.
For those of you out there who fall into Zach's camp and believe that this is all a bunch of hogwash, know that Eric is a recent convert.
Yes, it was about 2 years ago that I converted. About 2 years and 2 weeks, roughly. All right. So, Elfie, let's start with you. All right, when's your birthday?
September 15th.
All right. So this is the site that I always use, Cafe Astrology. What's the year?
85.
Now, what time were you born?
Oh, geez.
Or at least give me a round number. I can show you. Give me a time, a roundabout time of day.
Roughly 7 p.m.
7 p.m. All right. And where?
Jail.
Now, fuck you. Actually, that's the truth. On the birth certificate, it's Dallas, Texas.
Oh, geez. All right. So this is
Yeah,
what.
I'm that crazy.
Well, no, we're going to see how crazy you are in just a moment. Okay. So go to the site. You put in all this information. Now, of course, like when you're on like Tinder or something, it takes a little bit to convince somebody that you're not trying to steal their identity, but it's absolutely worth it because they might steal your life.
Be fair. If you're on Tinder, you don't know their
They're
real
gonna be
name anyway.
stolen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So what this pops up for you is, and we can zoom in and make sure it's all nice and big here for you. So it comes out with this chart, and there's a whole bunch of stuff on here. Now, luckily, Elfie's not crazy.
She's not crazy.
No.
No.
So, all right. So basically, the way this works is that you have these different signs that are located on the sun, moon, the planets. And there's all this other gobbledygook over here on the right, but we don't really talk about a lot of that.
Yeah, first one, this ending.
Yeah, except for the ascending, which changes a little bit during the day. So it's better to have the full time on there. So, all right, Laura, take it away. Start at the sun.
Okay, so well, her sun sign, she's a Virgo, which means that her strongest attribute is she's an earth sign, so she's very grounded. So she cares about making
Oh no.
Laura froze.
She froze.
Hold on a sec.
care. Oh, how do I unfreeze? It's not frozen to me.
You're kind of back. Your screen is messed up, but we can hear you at least.
Oh, okay. So earth signs are very grounded, and they want to make sure.
Okay, yeah,
there we go.
There she is. Now she's back. Well, here, hold on, because Laura's going to talk for like an hour if you don't interrupt her. The best media example of a Virgo would be Gibbs from NCIS. And actually, in season 2 of NCIS, he says that he's a Virgo.
Dude. Hands down, I bet at least 50% of the people watching this podcast are millennials, and they're like, "What's NCIS?"
No, our fan base tends to be late millennial.
Actually, no.
Boom.
Okay, even then, they're like, "Who are you, old man?"
Okay, how about Gimli from Lord of the Rings?
That's better.
I mean, I do like to toss her around a bit, so that works.
Well, this is her chart, so we'll get to yours later. All right. So
I'm saying that she gets tossed around like Gimli.
Oh,
So-
yeah. Giggity.
So those are the strengths of her sun sign. But the Achilles heel of a Virgo is self-doubt. They're always up in their head, doubting themselves. Everything's their fault. And
God
what
damn it.
could they have or should they have done to make life better?
It's still gobbledygook bullshit.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get to you, Zach, later. All right. So your moon.
Accurate.
Yeah. So the moon sign is another fun one. So a lot of times when people like see it, the sun sign is the one that everybody knows. And like, for example, I actually have a friend who is a Pisces sun and does not act like a Pisces at all because her moon sign is the exact opposite of a Pisces. So in Elfie's case here, the moon sign is who you are on the inside. It's kind of like your private self. It's how you view yourself and how you conduct yourself, like when inside your own head. So here, Elfie's a Libra. So basically, Libras are extremely go with the flow. I don't really care. Libras are known as they're basically the fuckboys of the Zodiac. So.
But they're also it's the scales, right? So it's the balance. So they are generally the peacemakers. Like they want everything to be balanced. So when she looks at herself, she wants everything in her life to be balanced. She wants to see herself as being a balanced and fair and open-minded person. She always gives everyone a chance, you know, and also they're an air sign, so they're very social, right? So it's give everyone a chance. Don't judge a book by its cover. Make sure that you're being fair. Chat it up with them. Get to know them, because chatty.
Well, and hold on, let me qualify this.
Is that
real
going to have
quick.
to be a T-shirt?
Yes.
The Pisces are the fuckboys.
Yeah, so that's going to be a T-shirt. Okay, but so Libras are like the casual fuckboys of the zodiac. Scorpios are the I'm going to fall in love with you in a week and then get mad at you because you left the toilet seat up and then never see you again. So just to be fair, Libras and Scorpios have the same level of sexual engagement. It's just that they approach it very differently. My ideal partners are Libras, but
Hey, baby.
So
That would be your sun sign, dear.
yeah. Oh, Zach, hey girl. So Mercury, so Mercury, all right. So a lot of the signs actually kind of line up with like our understanding of the Greek gods that the planets all represented. So Mercury is how you communicate. So your Elfie, your Mercury is in Virgo. So essentially you communicate. It's very short, very straightforward. Here's what I'm trying to say. But while you're communicating, you're still Virgos get up in their head and they always think that they did something wrong. So even while you're communicating, it comes off as apprehension because you're not 100% confident that what you're doing is right.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. I used to communicate like that, and then I got into the bad relationship, and now it's just gonna go off.
Yeah. So, Laura, you want to take Venus over here?
Wait.
Oh, so Elfie's Venus is in Leo.
In Leo. Yeah.
The lion, the king.
That's true. That means that when it comes to love, she needs to be the center of attention. Love and sexuality, like, she better be the center of attention because she is the king of the jungle and everyone must bow down before her.
Are you feeling personally attacked?
A little bit, but you bow down to me because I'm, shorter than everybody else. Come down to my level, peasants.
Exactly.
What is it with short Leos and acting that way? I mean, geez.
It's the Chihuahua complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mars, all right. So Mars, like the god of war, Mars is your passion, and essentially, it's like your passion and your drive. So basically, if you want to do something, how dead set are you on actually accomplishing that goal? So Mars in Virgo, because Virgo's an earth sign, all earth signs are extremely hardworking. They don't always have the best plan, but the theory is if I work hard enough, then I'll accomplish my goals no matter what. Think about them like a pack mule. So basically, if you want to accomplish something, you will work hard at it. But then again, kind of like with the Mercury, you'll still be doubting yourself while you're going through and trying to accomplish your goals. So Virgos are, they're very well equipped for the zombie apocalypse. So that's a plus side. Now at least you're not a Taurus. Tauruses are a little stubborn. They're also an earth sign. Capricorns are the best. I might be a little biased though. So then let's see. Now,
what I know of the Zodiac are the years.
So the next one on here. So there's other like planets here: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. The thing with all of those is as the planets rotate around the sun is when these signs change. So like we all know, your sun sign changes about every month. The moon sign changes about every 2.5 days. The planets basically are gas giant planets, and Pluto, which is still a planet. Fuck you, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Those are called generational zodiacs. So pretty much like for example, Elfie, like our Neptune and Pluto is the same, and I was born in '86. So they Pluto changes every 20, 30, 40 years, something like that. So those are kind of more like they call them generational zodiacs. So we just kind of skip them because there's nothing special about it. The one that does matter here later on is the ascending. So Laura, you want to explain ascending?
I'm still having technical difficulties.
Wait, I have a question.
Okay, shoot.
When are we going to talk about Uranus?
In about 30 minutes after this podcast is done, and Elfie has lubed up your giant butt plug. The one that goes in you, not the one in her.
So our biggest butt plug isn't that big. Neither one of us are like size queens.
You got to pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. So
now you're giving all my old gamer friends like a complex over here. So I have to explain. This is story time real quick. Did you just snort on camera? Yes. I love you. So I used to hang out with these guys. We played WoW and everything. And I used to talk like a ton of shit. I thought they were older than they were. So when one of them would piss me off, or not even piss me off, but I'd be playing with one of them, I'd be like, this is going to be you. And I'd post a picture of some chick with like a huge black strap on, just railing on some guy. And they all, everyone would laugh. Haha, it's great. And
that's my kink.
Yeah. Next thing I know, one of them's talking about high school. And it's like, wait, high school? I thought you guys were in college. And he's like, oh no, I'm 15. Like, oh no, what have I done?
Hey, look, anybody that played Call of Duty 2 back in the day, like if you were old enough to play Call of Duty circa 2006, like anything that could be said about another person's mother, you have heard. So just throwing that out there. Right. So Elfie, you're ascending. So do you want to explain Pisces and ascending, Laura, or should I?
No, you need to.
Oh. All right.
This is all you, baby doll.
All right, so Pisces, okay, I'm a little biased here. Pisces and Cancers are like my big no-goes. Like massive red flags and fireworks.
Hold on. I'm going to interrupt him to say, Elfie, anything that he says within the next 5 to 10 minutes, don't take it personally. It's because he's jaded.
I don't like Pisces. So Pisces and ascending, basically Pisces are like they're a water sign. They're extremely emotional. They're emotionally driven, devoid of all logic, reason, and sanity. What your ascending is how you respond in like an adverse situation. So if like you're feeling uncomfortable, like how do you naturally respond in that environment? So basically Pisces get emotional. They cry in the floor of their shower. They're basically turn into a useless ball of human flesh goo. But they're really sweet.
But it's because they love too deeply. That's the problem. Like they only fall into balls of mush because their heart is broken. And usually it's because they've fallen in love with the wrong person. And when a Pisces falls in love, they are obsessed with the person of their attraction, and they will absolutely be the sweetest, most committed person that you have ever met, all the way up until the fact that they feel that you've wronged them. And it's if they feel that you've wronged them, you may not have actually done anything wrong to them, but if they believe that you have wronged them, you then become their mortal enemy and they will destroy your world.
Yeah. Just a side programming note here. The most common zodiac signs of serial killers are Virgo, Pisces, and Gemini in that order. Yes. So
Love you, babe.
yeah, Virgos have the drive and the desire.
I can toss you.
Yeah, Geminis are two-faced wench grifters that have no actual soul or personality of their own, and Pisces just get really mad. Now, of course, somebody like Capricorn's not on that list because Capricorns are smart enough to not get caught. So
Geminis are the children of the zodiac, so they're extremely childish. They're very intelligent, but they're extremely childish.
and they're the definition of multiple personality disorder. But all right, so Elfie, this is your life. How do the stars line up with your personality?
All but the last part there. I used to be that way with my ex, and he basically turned me into emotionless for a long time. Just I'm learning how to feel emotions again and process emotions without extremes.
So you want to know the best?
Because I was in a narcissistic relationship.
Yeah. In my experience, the best way to do that is rope suspension and flogging. So I'd highly recommend that.
Oh, to be fair, also, like, it's her ascending, and she's only 12 degrees in. So depending on the time of day that she was born, if she was actually born earlier in the day, she would be closer to an Aquarius.
Yeah. The ascending changes like by the hour. So it could be either one. There's a level of inference that you have to use here. Consult your skilled zodiac chart readers for an accurate guess. I'm open to exchanging.
Have to consult for the suspension as well, because I ain't got no way to do that.
I mean, I'd look, and just for the record, I'd be more than happy to exchange people's bathwater and toilet paper for a full zodiac chart read.
Yeah, toilet paper, the state's completely out.
Yeah. So communist hellscape over here. So yeah, so that is Elfie's chart. Zach, guess what that means?
Yes, it's the moment I've been waiting for. Bring it on, big boy.
All right, Zach, birthday.
October 10th, 85.
October 10th.
I let you do yours. Fuck off and let me do mine. It's 2:12 a.m.
I don't want you to lie.
What do I have to gain here? If I don't think it's real, I don't have to lie about it.
All right. Where? Location?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Of course, you're from fucking Canada. Born and raised, corn-fed. At least Elfie comes from somewhere with good barbecue and like big hats.
Yeah, but we have the best beef in Nebraska, and there's not a debate.
Big everything.
Oh, look at that, Laura! You take this away. He is. Yes. See, so Laura is laughing like an insane woman because. So not only do I have a problem with certain zodiac signs, like Pisces and Cancers flock to me like squirrels to an old lady's jacket. Laura has a problem with Leos. Okay, she cannot get away from Leos no matter what she does.
I don't think I'm one of them.
Gosh. I know. I just unmuted myself. I know.
All right, so
go
ahead, Laura. He's your type.
Like literally, you astrologically. Hold on, let me look through everything because I got caught on the first three. Yeah, no, like.
Can we talk about Uranus system?
See, I'm blind without my glasses.
Astrologically, you almost couldn't pick a better match. Okay, so
that's good.
Sun in Libra. Sun in Libra is an air sign. So they're chatty and social, which explains, the fact that you like to do your podcasts.
This is a character. I am a huge introvert.
Yeah, but so am I. And I'm an air sign too.
But you are a fuckboy, so at least we got that part right.
I am a fuckboy. That's true.
No, but that's the thing, is that chatty and social does not necessarily mean that you are making deep connections with everyone that you talk to. It just means that you play an extrovert very well on TV.
Maybe. Okay.
But Libras also, like I said earlier, Libras are the scales. So they are the peacemakers. They want to find balance in everything. They always want to look at both sides of the equation and both sides of the story. They
I think
what else about Libra?
That's Libras right there.
Yeah.
So Leo moon.
Oh, Leo moon. So again, Leos are the
they're the lion. They're the king of the zodiac.
Yeah,
right?
they're
So
the kings.
Leos,
They want to be the center of attention. They want to be the center of attention because they are the king, but they're also in search of their queen. So when a Leo finds a partner, they want their partner to be lifted up and share the spotlight with them. But whoever they find as their partner has to, like, they're only going to select someone that they deem as worthy, if that makes sense. And then once
you're like the old man in Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade, like the crusader that's protecting the chalice.
Okay.
That was for people that actually have seen a movie before.
Okay. That's right. That wouldn't be me.
I know that one.
Yeah, not me. I've heard of those things.
I actually was allowed to watch Indiana Jones.
It's basically saying that I'm Mjolnir.
No, whoa. Just take a step back here, buddy. All right, there's only one yielder of Mjolnir.
No, I'm Mjolnir, not the wielder of.
Oh yeah, look, I would use you to hammer Elfie in a heartbeat. On ting.
The problem is that Zach the Leo is also fighting a fellow Leo. That's what's happening here. I'd watch that sword fight. Let's make arrangements.
It's interesting.
I thought we were having a beard fight.
Problem is, he can sit on me, and I'm pretty much done.
Oh, fat jokes. Here we go. Great.
No, it's called I'm really small, and you're a dude. Unless you're like the size of my children, who can also, if they both sit on me, I'm
your
screwed.
teen girl can pick you up, so that's not even a thing anymore.
Oh, really? Wait a second, Elfie. Yeah. So you're that little, huh?
Oh, jeez, I know exactly
where
this is
she's
going.
like 5'5". If she's taller than 5'2", I would be amazed.
Oh,
I am 5'5" in heels, man.
That's totally my thing. Just for the record.
To be fair, if she's actually that short, her head probably won't hit the ceiling.
Exactly.
Because you're not that tall.
Yeah, I'll work on my shoulder muscles.
We're getting hit on for a swing here. All right. Anyway, what's the next thing? Venus.
Yes, it does.
Mercury and Libra.
Oh.
So you see this a lot, and this kind of helps make people less confusing. Like when their planets line up with like their sun, then like especially in Mercury's how you communicate. So if your Mercury and your sun are the same, then it's really it shows because you see like a consistency of personality. You know, like here, I'll give you an example. I know somebody that is basically straight up like Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Mars in Gemini. And this woman is a danger to society, is an outright travesty of the entire justice and legal system, and should be institutionalized for the rest of her life. So when you see that lineup, there's no depth to that character. The only thing that's there is that main zodiac sign. So like in the case of Gemini, it means they're just an overgrown child throwing a tantrum. For you,
literally a child in adult clothes throwing a tantrum
and a black robe.
Yeah.
For Zach here, so your Sun and your Mercury line up. So that means that
Specifically,
you're Libra.
daddy spoiled little brat.
Yeah. So Zach, for you in Sun and Mercury, it means that basically the way that you are on the outside is also the exact same way that you talk. So, chit-chatty constantly. When people talk to you, they probably perceive you as a bit shallow. Because that's kind of how Libras are. Libras don't necessarily develop. They don't have deep conversations. It's quantity over quality.
Well, and also, playing devil's advocate, because again, the scales, they want everyone to look at all sides of the story. So if someone is presenting an opinion that is very narrow-minded, then the Libra is going to come in and say, well, have you considered this perspective?
Which you do all the time on the show.
Well, I feel like my role in the movement is to tell people to stop making bad arguments that agree with me and to hone their arguments by presenting like the counter argument. So I think that part's true. But I would say I am more of the kind of person that prefers deep conversation to being chatty.
That comes later.
Oh yeah, no. Deep conversation is completely different than chatty communication.
Well, but so that more shows on your Venus and your Mars. Okay, so Venus and Virgo. So Elfie, I think your Venus was in Virgo too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so when a lot of times, like, that's what basically, because your Venus is like how you love and how you want to be loved, then when you're
yes and no. Also, so it is like how you love and how you want to be loved, but it also so Venus has to do with love, but it also has to do with sexuality. But specifically when you're speaking about sexuality, Venus is if you are a woman or a female or identify as, your Venus is how do you present your sexuality? And if you are a male, then Venus is what are you attracted to sexually?
Yes.
I think my Venus was in Leo.
Right. Yes.
We were talking about that. Yeah.
All right. So, but
yeah, because I said she needs to be the center of attention in the bedroom.
Yes. Okay. So see, and so honestly, the Venus signs lining up and somehow working together is probably the most important part of compatibility when it comes to when it comes to boinking. That's the most important part of the zodiac chart. Okay, so Virgos, so Zach, what you're looking for is you don't want a lazy wench that sits around on her ass all day. Okay.
Oh, no. I'm going to take over here.
Please do.
Okay. Elfie, tell me if I'm wrong. Zach is a pleaser in the bedroom. Whatever it is that you want, he wants to please you. And if he feels like you haven't been adequately pleasured, he'll sulk about it for days.
She's got you, babe.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, I'm
Zach,
quite
are you
the
okay?
brat. So yeah. No, he's not.
No, you're a brat because you're a Leo. Your Venus is in Leo, and his Venus is in Virgo, and that means that he wants to make sure that the job is getting done. And if the job isn't done to perfection, he's going to hold himself personally accountable for why the job was not done.
So
absolutely
I
perfectly.
count her orgasms for one. And two, like the last time we had sex, I was a little intoxicated and she kept getting distracted, so she didn't get off, and I'm still not over it.
Wow, there might be something to the stars after all,
Called
Zach?
it. Called it. Called it.
Stop snoring.
Is it the fat one or the puppy?
The fat one.
I don't think he's snoring. He's just fat, so he breathes like that.
No, he's starting to snore.
So, all right. So next up will be your Mars in Virgo. So how you fight, your passion, your drive, your motivation. So, Virgo being an earth sign, it's I'm going to do this thing, but while I'm doing it, I'm going to be doubting myself as to if I could do more or not. I've also noticed too. So, I said earlier that like Libras were the fuckboys of the zodiac, and like Scorpios were like a close second. I would place Virgos at like number 3. Just because, and in my experience with Virgos,
Yeah, same.
yeah, in my experience with Virgos, they are Virgos are up there as well. As we described before with the Venus. Now apply that exact same logic to when there's something that you want to do, like I don't know, like start a podcast and like build an audience and then show up on Monday night with your buddies and shit talk each other. Very, very, very typical Virgo. And then meanwhile in private chat, it's like, oh my God, we should have done something differently. Like, no, dude, just shut up and do it and enjoy yourself.
Yes.
Moving on.
Yes.
I'm
So,
calling you out.
here-
I love you.
Laura, your mic's muted. Unmute yourself.
Listen, I keep muting my mic because I learned my lesson the last time, which was mute your mic or we'll hear you snort.
Elfie just had to learn that lesson.
Yeah, Laura, it's Elfie already snorted. It's your turn now.
This is why I have to pinch my nose when I start laughing, because otherwise, if I don't, I snort.
Oh, see,
So
I prefer to pinch the nipples just in case.
No.
I'm
So-
the water boy.
So she,
work on me.
we have to be careful about her laughing because, like, on Saturday I got her laughing, or Friday I got her laughing so hard that she had an asthma attack. So
I had an asthma attack.
okay, real quick, we got to
I
tell
laughed
this
and
story
took
'cause it's
myself into
important.
an asthma attack.
So
Oh God!
I go
not the
downstairs.
booze.
I'm intoxicated, as one is. And I go and I put the Band-Aid on my nose because I wear a CPAP, and if I don't, it, like, you can still see, it kind of rubs it really raw. But I turn back around, and there is this gigantic white spider crawling on my side of the bed.
Don't you dare!
And I'm
Oh
like,
no,
no,
not this!
wartime. I will mute you if you don't stop. So I walk. I'm trying to
Because
catch-
our Leo has the power to be the center of attention. And if you steal the spotlight, he will mute you.
So I'm trying to find it because I look at it and then I grab a shoe and go, and I can't find it. So now I'm really freaking out because I can't go to bed with this fucking spider on the loose. It might eat me. So there I am trying to find the spider, and she's like, I'll get it, just back away. So I back away, and she comes over and she can't find it either. So I'm like, shit, we really need to find this. So I step closer, and that is where I walk into this fart cloud that fucking takes my breath away and has me gagging. And I'm sitting there trying to cover my nose because I see the spider appear again underneath my nightstand, and I'm trying to kill it while not dying myself. And of course, I'm
Elfie, Eiffel Tower.
so there.
I'm
She's
with you, sister. Do it.
she's
Whatever
laughing.
you need to do to maintain control of the situation.
She's laughing her ass off, and I'm this kind of loud, like I'm trying to be funny, like I am now. I was doing that, and of course that's just feeding into it to the point where like I try to stop and she can't, and I'm like, shit, now I gotta go get your inhaler. Then my fat ass is running up the stairs trying to put on clothes because the girls are over, so I can't just wander around the house naked like normal. And I'm like, where's her backpack? And the kid's like, the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, your mom's backpack, where is it? And she's like, I'll find it. Just please don't come in here.
All right, so Laura, Leo Ascending. You want to talk about that one? You have a lot of experience on that one too.
Hey, stop. I'm feeling personally attacked.
I do want to thank everyone. We have actually had more Twitch viewers tonight than Facebook viewers. Thank you all. That's incredibly helpful for us trying to get those. Please give us a follow on Twitch so that we can get our demographics up, and then we can start taking subscriptions so that all of our friends can give us their free Twitch subscription, and we can start making easy money to get new.
Yo, Twitch fans, if you want to watch me play Overwatch or RimWorld or any of those games while making snarky comments about my moronic pawns or about, the assholes noob tubing me with their stupid, like Zarya. Zarya was pissing me off earlier when I was playing. So if you like watching gaming with some ridiculous comments, like let us know. We'll set that up.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Let me just say what you guys heard is Daddy Capricorn said, I'll teach you children a lesson. But his Leo and Ascending said, you will bow down to me, you minions.
Hey, let's just say I had a really good day on Overwatch, all right? So, I got to teach these kids how to play video games because they didn't have to learn on a Nintendo 64 controller.
And his Pisces moon said, please, for the love of God, just be my friend.
We're talking about him right now, right?
No, shut up, Laura. We're supposed to be talking about Zach. Talk about Zach before you personally attack me. You got a Leo Ascending. One more Leo Ascending to go through.
Okay, so your Ascending sign is how do you react in adverse situations or in situations where it's new or unexpected or you don't know what to expect or what to anticipate. And so your Leo Ascending, again, Leo is the king. But what's interesting about your Ascending sign when you're a Leo is that the way that you react is based on your sun sign. Because Leo's when your Leo is an Ascending, it circles back to your sun sign and is affected by your sun sign. So, for example, Eric has a Leo and Ascending, but his sun sign is Capricorn. So when he is in a new situation or an adverse situation, he wants to be the center of attention, but what he wants to be the center of attention reflects his Capricorn sun sign, which is the fact that he's a hard worker. And so while he wants to be the center of attention, what he actually wants to be the center of attention is his hard work and his groundedness and the fact that he has that I'm in control
I'm
and a
an
hard
uber
worker.
elite hacker. That's what it is. Remember,
Yes.
Laura? Best of the best.
Yeah. So your Leo and Ascending will circle back to your sun sign, which is Libra, which again is you want to be the center of attention, but what you want to be the center of attention is the fact that you are the person who is getting the truth out there and getting all sides of the story presented. So it's you want to make sure that all sides of the story are being presented. Because again, it's back to the scales, it's back to the balance, it's back to make sure that all sides are being considered.
She's saying I'm a wild mage, babe.
Basically, yes. But
Yes.
it fits your description perfectly. So
I call shenanigans.
Yeah. How personally attacked are you, Zach?
Fairly.
It's all shenanigans, but it's all true.
Hands down,
I'm a
it's
little
one of
messed
our
up on the
favorite parlor
ascending
tricks.
Yeah. Look, like I tell you, look, I'll be
I
honest.
think
Go ahead, Elfie.
I was gonna say, my ascending's messed up because of my past relationship, but getting back.
No, but also, Elfie, you don't know exactly what time you were born, and that will affect your ascending.
True.
Yeah, the time of day, the ascending changes. I think. I think it might change 12 times a day, something like that. So it changes every 2 or 3 hours. So you could cycle through the whole zodiac. Like if you don't know your birth time, there's no way to even guess what your ascending is.
But if you think about it too, though, it makes sense, though, because even if her ascending is truly in Pisces, think about what your ascending is. It's how do you act in times of crisis, and her ascending is in Pisces. So what is a Pisces? How is a Pisces going to react in a time of crisis? It's going to be burn the person who created the crisis and then die in a puddle of mush. But
so one of our
her
fans,
sun sign won't allow her to die in a puddle of mush. So
Hey, Aquarius.
literally
Hey,
destroyed
Aquarius.
the ascending.
one of our fans wants you to do his.
Oh, we got a fan submission.
Yeah, bring it on.
Hell yeah.
So here's the deal. I apologize. I don't remember your Twitch names. So I don't know if Just a Kid with a Dream is Zach, Andrew, James, or
Whoever. The names don't matter.
Yeah. So kick your information and we'll definitely do it.
Yeah, send your information over here. I guess while we wait for that, let's throw in mine. But now I know this is going to be hard for you, Miss Chatty Kathy Aquarius. But let's do this one quick.
Because Mr. Leo Ascending, center of attention.
He gave me his information.
Him.
Okay, good. All right, Zach, pass it on.
It's 5/22/1997.
Oh dear.
At 5:30 p.m.
Wait,
Oh.
slow down.
You need a location too, bud.
Yeah, need to look at. You said 87.
97.
97.
Oh,
Remember, I was
Baby.
making jokes and he was too young for them.
Oh right, yes, he's a baby.
And he's from Houston. Another fucking Texas person.
What time?
5:30 p.m. Yeah, I always made fun of all the Texas people, and then I married one.
5:30.
Yeehaw, motherfucker.
All right, let's see. So we already know
it's over the line as a Gemini.
Yeah, just
over the line as a Gemini.
Oh man, this dude's a fuckboy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Oh my God. Yes. Sun in Gemini, Moon in Sagittarius, ascending in Libra, and a Venus in Gemini. Yo, dude, what are your numbers? Share.
Yeah.
How close do you live to the state of Maryland? Are you interested in men with beards?
Hey.
I mean, they were all interested in getting my dick pics, so I mean, probably.
Hey, welcome to 2020.
Yeah, okay, it's Noah. Yes, he's definitely interested in your beard.
How do you feel about oversized women?
Noah feels very good about any woman who would touch him.
Fantastic. Zach will link us up later.
All right, so Laura, you want to take this one because I think this is definitely more your. There's only so much I can say about Geminis because
Oh, I want you to speak to the Gemini.
All right, so Sun and Gemini. Okay, the problem with Geminis are the twins, and they are called the child of the zodiac. So each zodiac sign has like a label that kind of summarizes who they are. So Gemini is the child of the zodiac. So essentially, Geminis are, no matter how old they are, whether they're, whether they were born in 1988 or 1997 or 1955, they are and always will be children in their behavior, in their mannerisms, in everything. What makes that really weird is that Geminis are also the second most intelligent sign of the zodiac, right behind Aquarius.
Okay, I'm going to clarify Aquarius power here. So Aquarius is the most intelligent sign of the zodiac. Geminis are deemed the second most intelligent sign of the zodiac, but where Gemini's intelligence lies is in their social engineering. So
Yes.
essentially,
I was getting there.
Okay, go ahead.
So Gemini, one of the reasons why Geminis are also very prevalent as serial killers is because they have the ability to manipulate other people through some means, whether it's pity. They're basically able to invoke emotions in other people. So they are amazing social engineers. They are amazing grifters.
Social intelligence, not like a book intelligence.
Yes, we're talking.
He's giving me shit like jokes on them. I'm dumb as fuck, but he is actually.
Yeah.
So
the other
Yes.
thing that they're really good at is faking it.
Yes.
So they have a relative. I mean, they have a higher than normal book intelligence, but they're the people at the party who will talk about a subject like they know exactly what it is that they're talking about, and they read like one news article
and they're just
about
bullshitting
it
the whole
earlier
thing.
in the day, but they will talk about the subject matter like they are an expert.
Oh, she's got you,
You
brother.
just described my old brother.
It's like the people that read the headlines of a news story and then pretend like they read the whole thing, and you actually believe them because they're just that good at lying.
Yeah, exactly. They will convince you that they are a subject matter expert when really all they did was read a headline and maybe like one paragraph of a news story.
Yeah. So that's your sun. That's how you are on the outside. Now, Moon and Sagittarius, right? So both my parents, okay, Sagittarius is the wanderer of the zodiac. All right. So to give you an idea, both of my parents are Sagittariuses, and they just retired and are living out of a fifth wheel trailer and have been migrating between Nevada and Arizona for about 4 months now.
Hashtag peak Sagittarius retirement.
All right, so like they're the wanderers, okay? They don't like getting tied down. They basically just run around and do whatever it is that they want. But Sagittarius is also a fire sign. So while they would prefer, like, they're passionate about things, but anything they're not passionate about, they're like, fuck this, I'm gonna go retire in Arizona. It's basically their attitude. So pretty much, so for our viewer submission, on the inside, all you really want to do is basically say, you know what, if something bad happens, fuck this. I'm going to go I'm going to move to Toledo or whatever big city is, I'm just going to leave.
Fuck this noise, I'm out.
Yeah, fuck this noise, I'm out. All right. So Mercury and Taurus. Now, Laura has the most experience with Tauruses, so you should take that one. Your younger sister.
One of my sisters, but also one of my sisters, but also all of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, their sun signs are in Taurus, but Mercury is communication. So, Tauruses are the bull of the zodiac. So they are extremely bullheaded.
Stubborn.
Stubborn. Yes, stubborn. They always believe that they're right, whether they are or aren't. They will fight you to the death about being right. So when it comes to communication, the way that you communicate is very dominant. Because the bull, you're charging.
Think Donald Trump.
Yes. You are always going to be on the offensive of, but this. You're going to be making your point, and you're going to be very aggressive.
Laura, stop pumping your laptop. It's shaking.
Oh, sorry. So people might accuse you of being very aggressive in the way that you communicate because you are a bull, and bulls are aggressive.
So, all right, now Venus in Gemini. All right, so again, Venus, it's what you're attracted to. All right, so I would bet 5 gallons of bathwater that this dude. I'd bet 5 gallons of bathwater that if this dude took the BDSM test, that it would be 100% switch, 99% sub, 99% dom, 95% rope bunny, 95% rigger. Basically, Geminis are two-faced. And so pretty much he would assume either role depending on, he would do whatever, like basically whatever it is to get, to get this going on is pretty much what he would engage in.
Yeah. Like, I don't even fucking care if you're willing to get me off. As long as I get my kicks, I'm cool.
Yeah. And then I also bet that he doesn't really have like a type, like some people have a type. It's like, so I need my, 120-pound Hispanic chicks that stab me in the torso when they get mad at me. Like that's, that's their type. Or I need my Felicia Days with tattoos. So I bet
I miss Felicia Day, man. She's like a fucking commie. She was cute.
Well, all of Hollywood's a bunch of commies. Jeez. Like, but so basically this guy doesn't even have a type. It's like one day, like he could be dating like a 600-pound woman that he force feeds like pork fat. And then like 6 months later, he's dating like somebody like Aaron.
Not even 6 months later at the same fucking time. Yeah. And his justification is, but I'm open-minded. All women are beautiful.
Yeah. So, like, that's why we said straight up fuckboy.
Hands down, guaranteed, he identifies as pansexual.
Yes, definitely.
His girlfriend,
again, whatever gets my dick off, yo. Whatever gets my dick off.
His girlfriend wants us to do hers.
Wait, hold on. We're not done with him yet. We'll get to the girl later.
Well,
okay.
Can we do it quickly because we're about to hit an hour?
Because the Aquarius over here doesn't know how to shut up.
But the Aquarius has mastered the mute button.
So, all right. So, real quick, Mars and Virgo, we already explained that one, and Libra ascending, we already explained that one. So, basically, congratulations, dude. Like, you are the ultimate like side piece for any woman.
And so here's the deal. I didn't believe him when he said he was in a relationship, so he sent a picture of his girlfriend, and I feel like he is a side piece because she's way too cute for him.
Well, we'll find out. We just need her. We need her birthday and her time and location, and we'll find out if he's the side piece or if he's the main.
Hands down, she's a Pisces or a Scorpio. She's
no,
like
no, Loris, no. You're totally wrong. She's gonna be a Taurus.
No.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. Come on. Bring it on.
No. She is no.
Hey, I will fight you.
No.
We're literally going to get the answer in like 2 seconds.
She's a Cancer and she's looking for a baby to mother. Final answer.
Look, you don't have to attack me like that, okay? Cancers are cancer.
Hurry up, Noah.
Yeah, geez, Noah.
All right. 4/30, 1997.
Oh, I think I was right.
What year? 4:30 is definitely a Taurus.
12 p.m.
Wait, what year was it again?
97.
97.
Oh yeah, babies. What time?
Venus and Cancer.
6/12.
Well, Laura shot. Jeez. Yep.
6/12
p.m.
Yes. Wichita Falls, Texas.
Another Texas chick.
Well, he lives in Texas. Of course, his girlfriend would.
Yeah.
I'm from Texas. I don't live in Texas.
Yeah, but you're
Only
weird.
steers and queers come from Texas.
I wasn't going to be the one to use that joke, but I'm glad somebody
Look,
did.
Team Gemini, he's a queer.
God, I am amazing. Look at me. Wait here. Hold on. I need to have my Leo ascending out. I am so smart. Okay, continue. Now, Laura, go ahead and tell everybody how right I was, because obviously I was dead on in my assessment here.
Sun in Taurus and a Venus in Taurus. I mean, I'm going to have to shut up and let you take over.
The apprentice has become the master. All right, so Noah's girl. So Noah might not be the side piece here, actually. I'm kind of impressed. Sun in Taurus, bullheaded. Now, when Tauruses see something they like, they go after it, and that's theirs. Again, the charging bull analogy. So you're solid there.
He's not her side piece; he's her bitch.
Yes, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that just based on this chart, I guarantee that she has at least a 6-inch strap on that she uses once a week on our new friend Noah. Hey, look, I'm not going to kink shame you, bro. Just so you know, like we're open minded here on the show.
He says 12-inch.
Oh yeah,
12. Oh, good. I wasn't sure if you were graduated up to that level or not.
Listen, don't
Yeah.
let these dudes
feel
kink
bad.
shame you because hashtag kink same.
Look, no, they already know. We have had the discussion before that I have taken a strap on. It's okay.
Yo, so is your co-host.
Yo, hey, chill out. Don't call me out like that. There's people that I know watching this, Laura. So, all right. Moon
So
and
his
Aquarius.
Tinder hashtag is
What? I don't know. All right.
Anyway.
So Moon and Aquarius. All right. So basically, so Laura's an Aquarius down here. So they talk endlessly. They are very intelligent, but they do kind of get up in their head and overanalyze everything. So when that's in the moon sign, that's already kind of who you are on the inside. So you're overanalyzing like internally, like constantly. What I've noticed is that Aquariuses usually every 3 months they just have to sit down and cry for about 30 minutes. It could be over the most innocuous, ridiculous thing. So Noah, my advice to you is when she has her quarterly like mental breakdown, just let her cry. Bring her popcorn or chocolate, whatever. Just go with the flow. You're a fuckboy. You can go with the flow.
because Aquariuses never show emotion at any other point in time.
Yep.
It just builds and builds and builds and builds and builds.
And it's
until
sometimes
it overflows.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like clockwork. Like I can set a calendar to Laura's like I need popcorn and I need to cry about something and I don't know what it is, but it's 3 months of things. So just go with it and just let them cry and don't ask them what's wrong. Just let them do it.
Yeah, never ask a woman what's wrong when she's crying.
No,
That's a good way to die.
Just
Exactly. You got me, Elfie. You got me.
Just
All you
do
gotta do,
just do the little hand thing.
all you gotta do is tell them to calm down. It always works.
Yeah, calm down, make me a sandwich. Like I do that a lot, actually. I pull out a knife and I put the knife in her hand so that her feminine instincts of making sandwiches are invoked, and she goes into the kitchen and slaps some mayonnaise on some bread and makes me a sandwich. That's the safest way to do it.
That ain't mayonnaise, bro.
Yeah. So all right.
She's carving out your heart.
So Mercury and Venus and Taurus. So Noah, your girlfriend is very unlikely to cheat on you. I can tell you that because when Tauruses get settled down, they again stubborn and bullheaded. So she's not going to cheat on you or leave you. But I'm going to caveat that with do not try to shank me or shoot me if I end up being wrong, because I know how you Gemini Sagittariuses can be.
But also, don't wait. What was he? His Venus was in what?
I don't remember. Jeez.
But
Come on, Miss Aquarius. You're supposed to know everything.
I do. But knowing and remembering are two different things. So, whatever.
Oh, Gemini.
you do-
Gemini.
No.
Gemini.
Oh
Venus
yeah.
and Gemini.
No. That's. Oh my God. That's bad. Bad news bears here. Yeah, you're right. Because his Venus was in Gemini, which means that he's a child, but her Venus is in Taurus, which means she's bullheaded. So if you cheat on her, she will stab you with her horns.
No, she'll run you over with her car.
Yeah, pretty
Like-
much.
Fuck you up, man.
Or stab you in the belly, or
And look, I'll be honest, a moon in Aquarius, she'll be smart enough to get away with it. So
yeah,
don't fuck around.
yeah. Don't cheat on her. Don't.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. Bad news.
I think that about covers it for poor Noah and his hopefully still girlfriend.
So I added Noah to our Discord so that you guys can talk further about this if you decide to. We've been a little over an hour. We got to find out lots of things tonight. Thank you both for coming on. We'll definitely have to do this again sometime.
Oh yeah, Zach, we're totally doing this again. By this, I mean that.
We're all just going to run a train on Elfie. Is that what you're saying?
I'm down.
Hey, center of attention.
I'm
We're
game.
going to triple penetrate that. I assume you have the correct kind of strap on for that, Laura.
Yeah, I do. Actually, I have 3 choices. She can choose her size. Player's choice.
Oh, that's
Hey, look, airfare
I've
is
never
really
had
cheap.
one of these on me.
Airfare is cheap.
Airfare's cheap, like $50. Go anywhere, Southwest, man. Like, thank God for pandemics and shit, and millennials not caring.
Airfare's cheap. I have 3 full bathrooms and an acre of land.
Well, see, that just sounds like that's where we need to go when
Vacation.
I mean, look, Zach, I got a few stops that I need to make once, like, the purge, post-apocalyptic society kicks off. But after that, yeah, like, people that are useful will absolutely be welcome here.
I'm not overly useful, but she is, so I tag along with her. I can shoot really well. Like, you can put me in a guard tower and I'll snipe somebody. That's about the extent of my usefulness.
I'll just make sure there's a nice sturdy chair there for you.
And look, when the apocalypse happens and I have to stop eating sugar all the time, I'll probably lose weight and get my combat shape back.
Who said he'd have to stop eating sugar? But it'll be
stop eating sugar for his health.
Yeah, it'll be the global warming apocalypse. So Jesus,
have you seen the size of my garden beds? I will plant you sugarcane.
Yeah, but
he's diabetic. Don't do it.
Well, stevia grows very well in USDA Zone 7, so you'll be fine. But all I actually heard was that Laura wanted to pour some sugar on you.
Both of you.
All right, we're done. Thank you, everyone, especially all the people that came on with us on Twitch. Tomorrow night we have shit. I'm not even intoxicated and I can't remember.
Some serious person in the LP.
I don't think so.
It's gonna yada yada about the nap.
Oh, shit, you're right. It's Ken Armstrong.
Who? The doll, like the stretchy one.
No,
like
Ken
that
Armstrong
guy?
is the guy with the really sexy voice. He's running for president.
Oh,
yeah.
So
at least there's that.
I'm
we
gonna
have
listen to
another
this.
Ronald Reagan going.
Yeah.
Legitimately the deepest, sexiest voice I've ever heard.
Oh.
Is he as annoying as Mark Whitney?
I'm definitely going to be listening to this.
He's a lot more straight-laced than Mark Whitney. I've never spoken to him in person, so I don't know how annoying he is.
Oh, I guess we'll find out tomorrow then.
And then we have Anthony Welty on the 26th, which is Thursday, running a great campaign in Washington. We have Mark Sibbett on the 31st. He is a local comedian, like probably the best local comedian in Omaha, I would say. Like I could see him opening for some national comics.
There's like 10 people in Omaha. It's not like you have much of a choice. I mean, it's like that guy or the cow.
Well,
like,
it's either him or Caleb or Scott. And Caleb and Scott are ours.
Exactly. Jeez. Like, you live in Omaha, all right? Don't overrate yourself.
So also on the 7th, this is the big one. April 7th, deathmatch, Dan Berman versus Adam Kokesh. And by deathmatch, I mean we're all going to get stoned out of our fucking minds and pass out on the floor together.
There will be snorting.
That's okay. We'll all be home from work anyway, so it's fine.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Go off.